Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of our Big Brother. Wow, my mind is all over the place. Welcome to our Idols SA Hangout. Today we are hanging out with London, who was voted out of the competition last night, unfortunately, but he did get to go to London. So, London, how's it going?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm good, thanks. So tell us, London, how was London?
London was incredible. I feel like I want to move there. I didn't stop shopping. I got a new tattoo. I stalked people. It was amazing.
Okay, who did you stalk?
Russell Brand. There was actually a protest because we were there on Guy Fawkes night and he was there. So we kind of stalked him.
And
just a little bit.
Did you manage to speak to him at all? Did you get a selfie?
No. Very upsetting.
We've got to work on these stalker tendencies. And the tattoo?
Yeah, I got a tattoo on Wednesday.
Okay. Special message for you just to remind you of London and the experience, or?
No, I basically try and get a tattoo in every country I go to.
Okay.
I've done it since I was like sort of 18 and I've up to 7 now.
Very nice. So you've got some more traveling to do and then you'll be full of tattoos.
Yeah, almost as much as Roxy.
Very nice. Okay, cool. Well, we've got other people joining us on the Hangout today. Bernice and Michelle are with us. Bernice, are you there? Not yet. Michelle, are you there?
Yes,
No.
I'm here. Hey, James.
Are you there? Okay, Michelle, tell us. Fire away. You got a question for London?
Sure. London, when you found out that you'd be leaving the competition yesterday, how did you feel?
For me, I've been preparing myself to go on for a while. I realized after the third time I was in the bottom 3 that there was no way I could win the competition. So I just prepared myself every day that chances are high that I'm going home. So it was kind of expected.
But don't you find that in the weeks building up to where you got to now, that you were starting to peak? Because I found you were really getting to a point where everyone was like, wow, London is bringing it.
Thank you very much. I think I started doing a lot better and more people did start liking what I did on the show. But I think it was a case of too little too late, because I only got taken seriously sort of after Showstopper, which was the top 6. And that was very, very far into the competition already. So I couldn't do anything more.
But you did a fantastic job getting to this point. When you entered the competition, did you expect to get this far?
No, I thought it would be just a sort of another year where I would go stand in the queues and get to the director's cut and then get cut before I see the judges. So this to me was amazing.
Okay, let's see if Bernice, are you there? Still not there with us, unfortunately. Mish, do you have another question for London?
Yes, I'm back. London, you mentioned coming back and auditioning. Let's go back to the beginning and let us know what is the audition process like, and yeah, for people who don't know how it goes.
Okay, so basically you stand in the queue in the freezing cold for like a few hours, and then what happens is you all get shuffled into a big stadium. You get a number, and then you get placed into groups of 10. From there, you go to a vocal coach, and the vocal coach will give you a yes or a no. And then from there, if you get a yes, you go straight to the directors. And then from the directors, you get a yes or a no, and then you go to see the real judges.
So tell us about that experience of sitting in front of, finally getting to the round where you get to see Randall, Nati, and Gareth. What was that like for you?
That was actually kind of incredible. I couldn't actually believe it was happening because I'd been like stopped by the director so many times. I didn't expect to get through, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think my outfit choices were too appropriate that day. So I had absolutely no hope. And then when I got through, I was very, very happy. I only got 2 yeses, but those 2 yeses got me to the top 4, so I'm happy.
Top 4, it's amazing. It really is incredible. And your highlights throughout this competition, what have those been?
My biggest highlight for me was performing in group round at Sun City. I got to do that with my best friend Roxy. A lot of people don't know that Roxy and I were friends before the competition.
Okay.
And we were very, very good friends then, and this competition just brought us closer together, and having this experience with her was incredibly amazing. Another highlight that I had was working with Sumizi for Showstopper. He's always been one of my idols, and I've always looked up to him because he's a brilliant dancer, brilliant choreographer, and getting to work with him was just out of this world.
Do you think you'll continue to do that sort of Showstopper theatrical stuff, or what's the plan for you?
My thing is, I can be theatrical in any genre.
Okay.
And for me, it doesn't matter what the genre is, as long as I get to be me and add that little element of drama, I'm happy.
Okay. What sort of music would you want to do?
I lean more towards what I did last week for the Top 4 show. So things like Duffy and Tina Turner and CeeLo, Amy Winehouse. I love that sort of urban jazz vibe.
Well, I could see Roxy being the Amy Winehouse, and maybe you and her can do some music together. Is that on the cards, perhaps?
I don't know yet. Roxy and I talk every day, but we refuse to talk about the competition.
Have you had enough of the competition for now?
Yeah.
Okay, Bernice, are you with us? Still no Bernice. Oh, she is there. Bernice, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, London. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Sorry about that.
Not a problem.
Go for it.
Okay, so the first question that I have is, when it comes to your personality, right, you come across as this very bold and ambitious type of person who is quite unapologetic about who they are. Have you always been this way, or is it something that you learned growing up?
My thing is, it's always sort of been a struggle, I think, for everyone to accept who they are. And I just realized that, you know what, life is too short to go around trying to please everyone, because you'll never be able to please everyone. So I just decided, you know what, this is me. If you don't like me, or if you don't like elements about me, if you're speaking about me, like, it's not really any of my business, because that's your opinion about me. So for me, like, I just decided to be myself, because that's the only thing that's going to work for me in life.
Nice. Mish, you got another question for London? Michelle? It's disappeared again. Okay, Bernice, you got another question for London?
Okay. The other question I have is that when it came to the competition, was there ever a point where you felt like the pressure had really gotten to you and, you know, you kind of felt like giving up? And if you did get to that point, what pushed you to go on?
The short answer to that is yes. There was a point where I didn't want to be in the competition anymore. And I think that was the week we did, I can't remember, it was 1994, songs from 1994, where I did Zombie and Roxy just left the competition. I was angry, I was scared, and I just didn't want to be in the competition anymore. And what pushed me forward was knowing that immediately after that week was Showstopper. And that was something I knew that I wanted to do.
And you did it really well. So, Bernice, another question from you?
Yes, I do have another question. Can you please give us 3 tips that you would give somebody who's suffering from a lack of self-confidence?
I don't really have any tips. I just know that it is difficult. Especially for me in this competition, I wasn't as strong as I thought I was. So you have to build yourself up very, very quickly, because you're under hectic public scrutiny. And in this situation, there are people that don't know you. They've never spoken to you before in your life. They've known nothing personal about you, but they judge you very, very harshly. In real life, it's easier. I just think that if you are yourself, someone out there is going to like you for who you are. And there's no time to be fake.
Nice. Okay, so you've been spending a lot of time with your fellow contestants. You've been living with them.
Yes.
Apparently you were the funny guy in the house. Always brought a smile to everybody's faces. This is what we're told.
I thought this was Vincent Verhoeven.
Well, then he left, and then you left. So tell us a little bit more about that experience. Have you got some secrets? Who's the messiest in the house?
The messiest in the house is Vincent Burns, definitely.
Really?
Without question, without a doubt, because his room is always a party. People don't know, but Vincent is actually like the glue that holds all of us together. He's just really amazing, and he's the life of the party.
Okay, so he's the life and the dirtiest. Not the dirtiest in the, yeah, he's the dirtiest.
His room is always messy, but it's never his fault. It's everyone else's fault.
He leaves
because we always leave everything in his room.
Okay. Who's the joker in the house?
The joker in the house, Vincent Verhoeven left. So,
did you play any pranks on anyone?
No, Ivan did. Ivan bought a blowhorn once, and he told everyone it was air freshener. So we would just randomly get assaulted by a blowhorn.
Wow. Okay. Well, nice of Vincent. Ivan, nice guy there. Bernice, do you have one more question before we wrap it up?
Yes, sure, I do. Now that the competition has come to an end for you, is there anybody from the house that you're definitely going to connect with afterwards?
I'd like to keep most of the contestants, actually. Especially the people who've been eliminated that I keep in contact with all the time. Ivan, Roxy, Chumi, I speak to them 2-3 times a week. Roxy I speak to every day. And people who I know I'll speak to after the competition and meet up with are definitely Vincent and Bongi, and Lisa lives in Cape Town. So I know I'll see her a lot.
And the big question, we're down to 3. Who do you think is going to take the title this year?
This season has been so unpredictable with shock eliminations. I actually think the person who's going to win is Proverb. I think it's going to be that shocking.
Very nice. Dim the lights, cue the music. Proverb is your new South African Idol.
It's the only surprise left. I'm sorry.
I like that answer. Very, very cool. How do we follow you on the social?
You can follow me on Facebook at Idols SA London. You can follow me on Twitter at JLondon, at JAIYE London, or on Instagram London.
And don't forget, you can go and check out all of London's highlights on the official website. It's mnet.co.za/IdolsSA. Otherwise, catch the show on Sundays between 5 and 7 on Mnet and Mzansi Magic. And are you going to be performing this weekend?
The rumor has it, yes.
So you haven't seen the last of London. Stay tuned. That is all coming up. And we'll catch you next week with another Idols exclusive hangout. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.